Welcome to tip number 8 of stress resilience. Today I'm going to share with you some of the things you should minimize in your diet. Obviously, it would be best if you eliminated those. However, I can't ask you to eliminate those because I have yet eliminated those. But I have greatly reduced the consumption. So let's get right into those. Hello, Mark Weisenburger with the Mentally Fit Farmer channel. Welcome to today's show and tip number 8. Things you should minimize in your diet to help balance your microbiome in your gut. Now remember, don't kill the messenger. And I'm going to bring out the big one that everyone's going to snarl at right away, just to get it over with. And my friend up in Idaho, when I go up there to help him in harvest, we've had some discussions and he gets mad at me. However, he has confessed that moderation in all things is a good thing. So the first thing, and I'm sure you can guess it, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think I'm going to say. Sugar, be it beet sugar, corn syrup, etc. Minimize those in your diet for a couple of reasons. One, yesterday we talked about the microbiome, the good, bad bacteria in your gut. Sugar throws off the pH in your gut, and it also feeds the bad bacteria. There's certain foods that the good bacteria needs and certain foods that the bad bacteria thrive on. Look at your farm. If you have cows, now you wouldn't feed that cow a steak. And the coyotes and wolves that come in to try to eat your cow, you wouldn't feed them hay because they just don't eat them. You're going to feed your cows hay. You're going to feed the wolves meat, preferably something other than your cows. It's just like the good bacteria in your gut. The good bacteria need specific things, and we'll get more into that as we go along. And the bad bacteria, we need to minimize foods to help starve those off. Now, quick story on what happens to me when I overconsume sugar. And, there's one thing you need to know about me. When I say low carb, I mean I'm only going to eat 2 donuts instead of the whole dozen. I remember in high school, every morning before school, I would go to the store with my buddies. They had a little bakery there. We'd be parked right there on the outside, and when they opened the door, we'd run in. I'd get a half a dozen glazed donuts and a orange crush. I know, who drinks that stuff? And anyway, that was my second breakfast after the breakfast my mom fed me. Back to the point of the story is how I feel when I consume sugar. And I've gotten to the point where I can feel pretty close. If I eat a donut, I can tell, but it's not drastic. But maybe if I have 2 donuts, then I become lethargic. I get exhausted at night. I'm ready to go to bed an hour, 2 hours earlier than I normally go to bed. I've lost motivation. I can just tell my stress resilience has been weakened. So go ahead and I challenge you to go a week, 10 days without sugar, and evaluate yourself. How do you feel now? And then evaluate yourself after a week, 10 days with no sugar. And go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know how your experience went. So anyway, the second food I want you to minimize in your diet is soda. We all know soda has sugar and corn syrups in it. And also eliminate, or minimize rather, diet soda. Science is now showing that the artificial sweeteners in that diet soda will come in and can and will kill the good bacteria in your stomach. And so just real briefly, minimize sugar intake, soda intake, and even diet soda intake. And so tomorrow we're going to get into some foods that you should be consuming, and some of those foods will actually help you replace the foods that I've asked and suggested that you minimize today. So until then, to your stress resilience.